the government. It loves you and wants to keep you safe and well. It even wants to make paying taxes, fines, and court costs easier for you. How? Well, you'll need to meet your straw man. He was born the same day you were. He looks like you, has the same name, and lives in your house, but you never knew he existed. You will have even paid his parking tickets or taxes. The worst part? He's been dead from day one. From every birth certificate, a legal personality, or legal fiction, is created with the same name to confuse little old you into thinking it's you. So, there is a human you and a paper you, or as it's commonly known, a straw man. So when it seems like government officials, court clerks, or the police are speaking English, they aren't. They're speaking legalese, designed to make you agree to verbal and written contracts without even knowing about it, all spun from Black's Law Dictionary. For example, when the police say, "Do you understand?" you'll say, "Yes." What they are really saying is, "Do you stand under our authority?" Oops-a-daisy, you just created a verbal contract with them. Oh, you clever government. Did you know that whenever you register something, you are handing over title to the person you register it with? That's right. Whenever you register something with the government, they assume it belongs to them. Registered your car? Super! Now you are the registered keeper of your vehicle, and the government can crush it when you don't pay your, straw man's taxes. Expecting a new bundle of joy? Well then you need to register your little darling with a birth certificate. Then they can start the process all over again and create a new straw man for your little one. Isn't that great? So when Junior grows up, he'll be able to generate revenue just like you have. When you notify on your baby by signing the birth certificate, your child becomes a ward of state, and if the government doesn't like what you're doing, they'll assume it's okay to take the child away, or make new rules for things they don't like. Not enough school? Smacking your child? Shouting too loudly? Then it's off to social services for the little one. When you get a bill, it's sent to you, but belongs to your straw man, not you. That's why bills, fines, and summons start with Mr., Mrs., or Ms. Sometimes you'll see your surname in capitals, just like on a gravestone. That's because your straw man is dead, and just a silly piece of paper, created before you could comprehend or even consent to it. When you go to court, you represent your straw man, so you, the human, take on any costs, fees, taxes, and fines involved for the straw man. The human you doesn't even need to pay them. But you made a contract with the court by appearing on behalf of your legal personality or straw man, just like the government knew you would. Confused? Well, don't worry. The government doesn't want you to know anyway. If you knew, you'd stop paying things like council tax and parking tickets. Because when you go to court, you are representing your straw man. You are you, alive and made of flesh and blood. Your straw man, or legal personality, is a piece of paper created from your birth certificate. And you think it's you. What a silly Billy. Would you like to know more? Well then go over to tpuc.org. Get up, get informed, and get real.
No. All right, sit down, please, sir. Just wait. All right, just wait. Key. I'm here.
to correct a mistake by the court and by the state.
Well, first of all,
The court has made a mistake.
are you Wilfred Keith Thompson?
No, that's not what I normally go by, no.
Can I see the information?
That's a fictitious entity in terms of person legally speaking, so. I've tried to clarify this a few times, but apparently the level of incompetence.
So your name is Keith Thompson?
My name is Keith, that's all. Nothing more, nothing less.
You don't have a last name, sir?
I have a family name, clan name, but that's irrelevant today.
So you are not Wilfred Keith Thompson?
Okay, one more time on and for the record, I am Keith. Nothing more.
And sit down, sir. I'm looking for a Wilfred Keith Thompson. Please sit down, sir.
Actually,
Please sit down, sir.
Sorry, can't do that. I served into the court this morning.
Sir, I'm looking for a Wilfred Keith Thompson. You are not that
This is
person. Sit down, sir.
Bailiff,
Please remove this gentleman from the courtroom.
Thank you. That's the person you're looking for.
Please,
Sir, that is the person. I'm trying to remedy things. Touch me and you will be charged. I'm a peace officer. You want to dishonor a court official?
The defendant's on the bailiff's desk.
Sir, are you here on behalf of Mr. Thompson?
I said I was the administrator to that account.
Are you here as agent for
Could you
him?
guys please back up? Thanks.
Are you here as agent for him?
Not as agent, as administrator, much like you are administrator of this court.
Sir, you're either him or you're here as his agent to
As his
speak on his
administrator.
behalf. Are you either of those?
Yeah, it's lawful.
Pardon?
Yeah, he's in common law jurisdiction, which I established as soon as I came in here this morning and reestablished again. The bailiff understood me. This other bailiff, wherever she went, she understood me as well. And this gentleman doesn't like talking.
We're going to take a recess. Thank you.
Thank you. All rise.
How long?
How long, sir? I don't have all day, thank you. I have things to do. Please
We'll take the court.
actually,
This court will recess
please
until
note that the
recalled.
judge has abandoned the court. It's abandoned ship, and I, as the sovereign in this room, claim authority. Case dismissed with cause and prejudice. Have a nice day. See you later.
See, I'm slightly lost, but I'll start making my way down from Zone 3.
Great. Hold on, his bag.
It's back.
Hold on, his bag.
And my water, please. Oh, and my birth certificate. And you grab the VC.
It's on his desk.
Okay, that's the original. Okay. Yes. Actually, Andy, leave it there. Leave it there. So put it back in the mail. Nice. They've got the real thing.
You can get that back. Get your birth certificate back.
No, it's in there.
Could have been that easy.
Well, did it like we got a record of it. Anywhere. In a court. Argue with him, you're done.
We're in lovely downtown Guelph, and I would encourage you, as a member of the Tourist Commission, to check out B Chocolates over there, fine imported sweets from Belgium, as well as Oderkirk and Taylor, personal favorite of mine. You can get imported olive oils from Palestine, depending on your politics on that least, as well as fresh baked breads and artisan cheeses of all types.
$10,000 fine.
How do we get into saucier from this end?
That's the Garden Street Cafe. In there, right there. It's got outdoor seating. But them in the courtroom, they're there.
Play-Doh football. Walk into Brampton. Big signs, no video, no audio. And they said, Maverick got kicked.
Hi, I'm Joseph Wu, and I'm a philosophy graduate student at the University of Cambridge. In this video, I'll explain the Straw Man Fallacy, an informal fallacy that comes up all the time. Let's start off with an example to see how it works. Suppose my friend Maureen presents the following argument. Premise 1. Advertisements for beer encourage underage drinking. Premise 2. Underage drinking often has negative consequences. Conclusion. Therefore, advertisements for beer should be banned from TV. And let's say I respond with the following objection. Well, yeah, but people will never give up drinking beer. They've been doing it for ages. Is this a good response to Maureen's argument? No, because Maureen never claims it would be a good idea to give up drinking beer. That's not her argument at all. In this scenario, I've committed the Straw Man Fallacy, since I've attacked a position that Maureen never advances. The straw man, or straw person, fallacy occurs when an opponent's position is misrepresented in order to make it easier to critique. Just like how a man made of straw is intended to resemble an actual man, a straw man fallacy occurs when an opponent's position is presented in a way that resembles the original claim, but is not the actual claim advanced. It creates the illusion that a position has been refuted or critiqued by switching out the original position with a different one. To see this more clearly, consider the following two claims. Advertisements for beer should be banned from TV. This is Maureen's original claim. People should stop drinking beer. This is my portrayal of Maureen's original claim. And these are two very different claims. Maureen only endorses the first one based on our conversation. However, my objection is to the second claim, which is much easier to refute. This is because the second claim is a very extreme view. It would take a lot of good arguments to convince others that people should stop drinking beer. But in our argument, I have improperly attributed this extreme view to Maureen, and then proceeded to attack it. Since this claim is much easier to refute than her original claim, I have committed the straw man fallacy. The general structure of straw man fallacies goes like this. First, person 1 advances position X. Second, person 2 presents a distorted version of position X. Let's call this position Y. Third, person 2 attacks position Y. And fourth, person 2 concludes that position X is false. In the straw man fallacy we've just considered, the original view is exaggerated to a very extreme view and then attacked. But there are other ways in which a position can be misrepresented as well. Sometimes, a position can be oversimplified to the point of being absurd. Here's an example of that. Suppose my friend Gio presents the following argument. Premise 1. The theory of evolution says that humans are no different from apes. Premise 2. Humans are different from apes because humans are obviously smarter. Conclusion. Therefore, the theory of evolution is false. Is this a good argument? Clearly not, since the theory of evolution does not claim that humans are no different from apes. Gio has falsely characterized what the theory of evolution says and then proceeded to attack it. He has committed the straw man fallacy. But it's worth noting that the structure of his argument is valid. So for anyone not familiar with evolutionary theory, it might seem as if Gio has provided a good argument against evolution. And this is why straw man fallacies can often be difficult to spot. The straw man fallacy is prevalent in politics as well, and it is not just used to misrepresent an opponent's position. Often, straw men are set up to distract people from difficult topics that politicians want to avoid. For example, consider how politicians construct straw man responses by answering a question they were never asked. Suppose a politician is being accused of illegally using campaign funds for personal use. Let's say a reporter asked the politician directly, "So, did you or did you not use campaign funds for personal spending?" And the politician might respond with something like this. "That's an excellent question. I've received a lot of generous donations to my campaign. My favorite donation has been a handwritten card thanking me for everything I've done. I really love that card, especially since I value the dedication of working class people." In this example, the politician sets up a straw man by responding to a different question than the one originally asked. The question was whether campaign funds have been used for personal spending, but the politician provides an answer to the question, "What has been your favorite campaign donation?" This is a much easier question to answer, and it allows the politician to avoid answering the original question while also portraying himself or herself positively. Straw man fallacies are everywhere, and you've probably come across variations of the examples presented here in your everyday life. Sometimes, straw man fallacies are intentional, which is often the case in politics. But other times, they are unintentional, like when someone genuinely misunderstands an opponent's claim. In order to keep discussions productive, it is important to grasp the exact position being advanced before proceeding to attack it. Otherwise, you may be guilty of committing the straw man fallacy.